In today's video, I want to share with you 4 different blockchains that you should have on your radar for the rest of 2022. In 2021, we saw the rise of blockchains like Solana and Avalanche coming out of relative obscurity and launching up into the top 20. Well, I think that there are other blockchains outside of the top 20 that still offer excellent potential for early investors. In today's video, I'll be covering those for you. My name is Lark. Every day I make videos talking about cryptocurrency investing. So if that is the kind of content that you enjoy, kind of topics you'd like to learn some more about, then definitely make sure that you hit that thumbs up button to let me and YouTube know that you appreciate this kind of content. By the way, every single week my team and I publish Wealth Mastery. This is a cryptocurrency investor report designed to help keep you ahead of the curve in this fast moving market. Every single issue you're getting a step-by-step DeFi tutorial, a deep dive altcoin report, technical analysis, portfolio updates, airdrops, token sales, NFTs, and much, much more. All of that for less than $10 a week for premium members, or you can just sign up for free. There is a free version of our newsletter coming to your inbox twice a week, actually, for the free version. Click on the link down below where you can learn more about becoming a member today. Now, let's go ahead and get into our topic. And before I get into the 4 blockchains, I would just like to mention that for me personally, instead of going out and buying the layer 1 chains themselves, what I have actually been doing is watching for farming opportunities on a lot of these chains. Now, some of these I do own. In fact, I own Elrond and I own Moonbeam, which are 2 of the ones that we're going to be talking about today. I don't currently own any Fantom, nor do I currently own any Oasis Rose. However, instead of adding to these bags or entering a new position, what I'll be watching out for is great farming opportunities on these chains. Early investors in the chains themselves will probably also do rather well. For some of these, still not super late, nor is it super early. Fantom, for example, still has lots of room to go moving forward. But considering how much it's already grown, the potential reward is a lot less than it used to be. Thus, keep an eye out for great farming opportunities, which Fantom, as an example, has some great farming opportunities. So just to let you know a bit about my thinking about these different blockchains, I think all these blockchains we're going to talk about today do have very high potential to see a lot of money coming in, a lot of great high potential farms, and the assets themselves, yes, will probably do quite well. Anyway, I've already leaked the 4 names for you early on in the video, but regardless, the first one is Fantom. Now, Fantom is one that we have discussed a few times on the channel, although not for some time, but wow, Fantom has really performed incredibly. Price-wise, it went absolutely nuts, so it's absolutely very cool to see. The technology behind Fantom is very, very robust as well. You can see speed, security, vulnerability, and scalability. So basically, it's an Ethereum compatible blockchain, highly scalable, thousands of transactions per second with almost instant transfers. Now, fraction of a cent instant transfers with thousands of transactions per second with all of your favorite Ethereum apps able to port over to the blockchains. Of course, a great sales pitch for a new investor coming in. When you look at Ethereum and its $100 fees to make a swap on Uniswap, it's kind of loco. You have something like Fantom, which offers you a lot of those same great applications. You can see here some of the applications currently working with Fantom. Curve Finance, for example, a massive one on Ethereum. Kyber is an OG Ethereum application that has expanded out to multi-chain. We also, of course, have native Fantom apps like Spooky Swap, which has been getting a lot of interest from the wider crowd. We, of course, have lots of different stuff here. Lending and borrowing, Abracadabra, for example, originally launched on Ethereum, now going multi-chain. Very interesting DeFi application. Yield optimizers, obviously, Wiren Finance is a massive beast when it comes to yield optimization. It is one of the first movers in the space. course, now we have lots of others out here like Beefy and Tomb Finance and many others which have come out since then, NFTs and all that stuff as well, happening over here on Fantom. So this is all stuff that's currently here right now on Fantom. So a lot of applications currently out there, as well as a massive ecosystem fund. So Fantom committed $314 million in Fantom, which is now worth more than $314 million, by the way. So a massive, massive ecosystem development fund. This is to help incentivize users and developers to come into the Fantom ecosystem and build and use. That's a lot of money that putting up on the line there. Literally hundreds of millions of dollars worth of Fantom to help bring users into the ecosystem. And we have seen Fantom absolutely freaking surging. You can see the total value locked is up 107% in a month, 31% in a week. It has now actually flipped Polygon, which is pretty amazing, on only 119 protocols versus Polygon's 179. Probably going to flip Solana here in the not so distant future. It's coming for you. Fantom's coming for you, Solana. Watch out. Watch out. But amazing to see the rise up to number 6 now in total value lock. Now, part of what has been pushing money into the Fantom ecosystem, besides all the great existing applications, is the excitement around the coming application, which we launched by Andre Krohn, along with Daniele from Abracadabra. I think they're working together on a very interesting protocol. We don't have a lot of details about it yet, but this is the same guy that launched Wiren Finance, as well as a lot of other major applications that are now, relatively familiar names within the cryptocurrency space, as well as being instrumental in bringing Fantom to life. So this will be interesting. It's going to be dropped out to top users of Fantom applications, which is why you see the total value locked in Fantom absolutely surging over the last month. But yeah, there you go. Keep an eye out for whatever the heck this is when it gets out. I think it will be big. Now, the second chain, Elrond. Of course it's Elrond, man. Obviously, we're going to talk about Elrond in today's video. A very high potential blockchain, not in the top 20 yet. I think it will be. Elrond has gone from strength to strength, and look, we've been talking about Elrond on the channel for a few years now, from the time when it was worth dramatically less than it is worth now. Let's just put it that way. And we've seen massive gains for Elrond. I still think that Elrond has some great potential. I can see this, hitting $1,000 per coin. But what we've seen as well with Elrond, incredible farming opportunities. So I've been farming over here on the Maiar exchange, which is the Uniswap of the Elrond ecosystem, and they have some crazy profitable farms. So right now they don't have many farms. They have eGold farms, USDC farms, and Hollow Ride token farms. You have to pair those up with different liquidity pairs, but been very, very profitable up to this point. I'll, of course, continue looking for great farming opportunities over here on the Maiar exchange. A lot of people did bring money into that Maiar ecosystem as well. You can see here, though, Elrond only 17th right now in blockchains by total value locked. So just at $867 million currently in Elrond. And that's basically all on the Maiar exchange. It's really the only working DeFi application right now on the entire Elrond blockchain, but we'll see more stuff. And I think throughout 2022, we're going to see a lot of interesting things coming to the Elrond blockchain. So definitely keep my eye on this for the rest of the year. Obviously, continuing to farm, continuing to hold a big stack of Elrond. But they've been doing a lot of other interesting stuff too outside of just DeFi. They acquired Utrust in the last week, which allows for a massive range of payments to happen using Elrond. So that's a very, very cool partnership. Also, they've got about a $15 million Dubai-based incubator fund for Elrond right now, which, look, it's not the same amount of money that we've seen going into the other ecosystems, like, Fantom and their multi-$100 million ecosystem fund. Maybe we'll see something like that coming from Elrond in the future. I know there's been some rumors around another big fund potentially coming out from Elrond in the not-so-distant future, but we do have the first Dubai incubator project, which is called Ethereum, which is a unlocking data silos, generating new value for your data in the metaverse, right? So a metaverse data play. Interesting one to keep an eye on. Haven't done my deep dive on it yet, but I am keeping an eye on what Ethereum is doing. I know that it's being backed by the guys over at Morningstar, and they tend to sniff out a lot of the good stuff in the market. So yes, Elrond is the number 2 coin that we are keeping our eyes on for 2022. The third blockchain, Oasis, and their Rose token. So Oasis is a privacy-enabled blockchain for open finance and a responsible data economy, because you don't want to have an irresponsible data economy. It's not how winning is done. Anyway, the Oasis network, another one that we've talked about a few times here on the channel. We haven't actually mentioned, like Fantom, in a bit of time, but definitely time to put it back on your radar, I think. So Oasis network, it's got an operational mainnet. It's live, it's out there, it's doing stuff. Private and scalable DeFi. The private part's actually pretty important when you realize that everything is not really all that private in the crypto space. So the privacy features help unlock things like private lending, private automated market makers, things like this that can add a lot of value to the crypto space. They also work on data tokenization, and they have a very interesting and powerful architecture using what they call paratime scaling for very high transaction speed, very high scalability, and large workloads. So a very robust technologically blockchain, which I think is everything we're talking about today. By the way, all 4 of these blockchains, technologically, they're all different, but they're all very technologically impressive. The technology growth in the cryptocurrency space since the launch of Ethereum back in the day, the new blockchains that have come out are like super hot. If you look at old Ethereum, it's kind of like the Model T of blockchains. Functional, got you where you're going, not the most efficient thing. Lots of people jumped on to it, and it's very popular. Now we see Ferraris and Lamborghinis and Teslas equivalents, right, of blockchains being launched all the time. This kind of things we're talking about today. And look, to be fair to Ethereum, even though right now the fee situation is totally crazy, they are building Ethereum 2.0, which is going to be like, I don't know, the Tesla Cybertruck of blockchains. So don't fade Ethereum by any means. Now, Oasis, of course, lots of big partners, including BINANCE, BMW, Chainlink, really big household names here. As well, you go down here and have a look at some of the university programs that they're working with. Australian National University, Cambridge, very big partners here, as well as some of their backers, AZ16, Polychain Capital, Pantera. I mean, these are big names in the crypto industry. They also have seen their total value locked going up as we see applications starting to take off on the Oasis network as capital starts to flow in on their blockchain, which is obviously a good thing. You see Oasis down here, number 34 blockchain by total value locked, which again is why we're talking about these today. When we look at the top blockchains, Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, right, there's less potential room to grow. When we look a bit farther down in the list in terms of total value locked or the market cap, right? The market cap of Fantom, pretty high. Market cap of Elrond, pretty high. Market cap of Oasis, it's growing all the time, but definitely a lot lower in comparison to the other guys. Moonbeam, which we're talking about next, much lower market cap once again. So you can see a lot of room for the DeFi ecosystem on Oasis to grow moving forward. Now they have just announced a $200 million ecosystem fund. It's obviously a lot of money that's backed by Binance, who threw, I think, $50 million into the ecosystem fund. So It's a lot of money that says we want Oasis to succeed. We want this ecosystem to be very successful. So that's a lot of money on the line to bring, again, users and developers into the network. Final coin for today is Moonbeam. Now we are seeing the launch of the entire Polkadot ecosystem, which is super exciting, super cool. We have like Akala, which will be coming out, I think next week. They're launching their blockchain. We'll have others coming out in the very, very near future. A couple months from now, we'll have Efinity launch when the second round of parachain auctions ends. But Moonbeam was the first to market on top of Polkadot. Now, Moonbeam, Ethereum compatible, basically Ethereum on top of Polkadot, if that's the way you'd like to think about it. So all those great Ethereum applications, they can come over to Moonbeam, and then they get access to the entire Polkadot ecosystem, which is awesome, absolutely awesome. Now, of course, backed by some of the biggest names in the cryptocurrency industry, BINANCE, Coinbase, Fambushi, amongst others. We can see Moonbeam also working with the top applications in the cryptocurrency industry, SushiSwap, Biconomy, Covalent, Ocean, Chainlink, Orion, and many, many more. Of course, we'll see more applications coming. They also have native applications like Demodify, which is a decentralized exchange on Moonbeam. So we see all this activity starting to happen. But right now, Moonbeam, number 35 in the total value locked rankings in terms of DeFi. So Moonbeam still has a lot of room to grow. It just launched. So we haven't really seen many applications launching on top of Moonbeam yet. We have a couple that are out already, like Demodify as an example, but we will see more coming. We will see other applications coming out here in the near future. As we see more applications being integrated with Moonbeam, we'll see total value locked on the chain starting to rise. So I think we're going to have some pretty exciting things in store. Now, of the coins we've talked about today, Moonbeam has the lowest current market cap, but it does have a pretty big fully diluted value, so that is something to keep in mind. Obviously, the play here was to back them in the parachain auction. It's been pretty profitable because basically, yeah, you made a lot of money. That's basically it. You made a lot of money if you backed Moonbeam in the parachain auctions. And you've only got a third of your tokens so far, so you'll make more money as the rest of the tokens get released moving forward for Moonbeam. But yeah, I remain very bullish on Moonbeam. The entire Polkadot ecosystem, I feel like this is the tip of the spear into the wider Polkadot ecosystem, and that we're going to see a lot of great applications integrating with Moonbeam. So I'm definitely keeping my eye on this for the rest of 2022. Anyway, those are just my 4 picks for some blockchains outside of the top 20 that you might want to have your eyes on. What do you think of my list? Do you agree, or is there another blockchain that I absolutely should have talked about and I didn't? Let us all know down below in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching today's video, and peace out till next time.